Yeah, so in everyone here's defense, I have not watched the whole thing, but I'm frustrated listening to what is ostensibly a conversation coming.
To be fair, okay, this guy named Soypill has like a good amount of followers, like on YouTube. So whatever, I can't get it because I know it fully demoralized me. I usually donate and get super active, but last time I bowed my head and quietly waited to vote. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
From centrist, if not Trump supporters, telling the Democrats what they can do to win them over. I'm just like confused as to why I should be taking these people seriously whatsoever, when really all they need to be doing for the rest of their lives is atoning for their really fucking stupid decision, and like figuring out like, hey, how can I make this right? Instead of like, well, this was your fault, and this is what we need to do about it. Like, now, don't get me wrong, I haven't seen the Live and Learn where they roasted you, Tally, and I don't know everything you said in this conversation, so maybe you have some really good responses, but just the concept of you being on this panel as an expert instead of someone who should be groveling at our feet is very annoying.
Oh my god! Soy Pill! I'm soying over Soy Pill!
I'm a co-host to host the conversation.
Person that we should be listening to in any regard is very frustrating, just in concept. And this is nothing against you in slight. It's just the concept of anyone listening to you, period, as a former Trump.
Obviously, this is not.
Well, no. I'm sure you'll talk and I'll get more mad. But like, this is just.
Here's why, dude. It's because she's correct factually.
About what?
Can I ask a question? Okay. Do you guys deny that, like, okay, I'm not disagreeing that, like, yeah, like Trump voters made a really dumb fucking mistake, but do you guys like disagree that so many voters vote based on vibes?
No, I mean, Tally raised her hand, but that's what I'm saying is like, why do we have the?
Yeah, but that's the problem. Tally literally votes based off of vibes. Okay, like fuck, Soypill is. I'm sorry, but Soypill is absolutely correct here. Oh my god. Listen, I appreciate Tally for watching me, but like, I don't know how she can stand watching me considering how I bash her every single time she appears on stream. Fuck me, dude. Oh no.
Vibe-based voter up here and like, hey, what should the Democrats do to win your vibes over? When it's like, this person doesn't have any like integrity to why they vote. They vote based on vibes. So why don't we like do something more?
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually moderate here because I could tell already. I want to give it to Dev first, then we'll give it to Stardust, and then we'll get.
Oh, and Dev, for the record, I don't hate you. I don't know. You said that earlier. I don't know.
Yes, Wick, come in and save your GF.
Oh, you
maybe save your online kitten.
You maybe you didn't know it was me. You pinged me on Twitter and said something to that effect. So
you probably said something really stupid then.
So when it comes to Trump voters, you know that they don't just disappear, right? What? Like, they don't disappear when you deperson.
You know what? Thank you. You know what? Thank you, Soypill, for not being soy. Okay, thank you, Soypill, for actually coming in to bring the fight. Okay, dude, I'm sorry, but Wick TV is anti-content. Okay, he is anti-content. Is he naked? Is he naked right now? Wait, is Tally naked? What the fuck is happening?
Them when you deplatform them, when you ban them.
What? Why are they wearing no clothes?
From various things online, they don't vanish. They still
say
vote.
We should deperson them. My whole
donate $10 to see some skin. Okay.
Thing is reaching out to Trump supporters. I'm asking why Tally is up here like, well, Democrats, this is what you need to do, and it's like,
okay,
because it is what they need to do.
I was a Democrat.
Because it is what Democrats need to do.
This is
okay. Well, hold on. Because since I haven't heard everything.
Wait. Hold on.
At the beginning of this, you guys talked about how people are getting bullied. I'm saying that people are getting bullied.
I'm going to set this up for you. I'm going to set this up for you.
Tally, please.
So this is our opinion of what the left should do. There are lots of opinions of liberals and leftists and center-left people are talking about right now, and I think we've brought that up. People wondering which direction should we, there are the people who say the left, the Democrats have been moving right and trying to appease centrists and Republicans for all these years. When are we going to make a change and just lean into the leftist policies that our base really wants to see? That's one school of thought. The other school of thought is wokeness, and a lot of these culture war issues and a lot of the toxicity among people on the left is pushing people away, people who were formerly allies, people who are now just disaffected, even if they don't turn into Republicans. And maybe we should care about that. That is the opinion.
My question is like, what switched you from Democrat to Trump? Like, because I haven't heard this. I wanted to.
It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. This was an approximately 4-year process. So I mean, it's Summer of 2021 up until November of 2024 when I voted for Trump.
Okay. And
okay,
I don't know if you could summarize it in like 3 points. What would it be? Big three. Was it wokeness? Was that one of them?
well, it's funny because we just had like
Certainly.
we've had like
yes.
3 conversations about this.
Yeah,
Bro, dude, you know what really sucks is that I really thought Tally was one of these like reformed Trump voters who actually regrets voting for Trump, but she doesn't regret voting for Trump. She just doesn't. I don't think she does. Dude, oh my
trying to get the short version, just straight to the point, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of issues that I see on the left. The first thing that triggered my alert to say, what's going on with my side was noticing the illiberalism of who I thought to be my liberal and progressive peers. Then I started changing the types of people that I was listening to, the types of reading that I was doing, and changed my mind about a lot of different
I started reading Mein Kampf.
Cultural issues. Yeah, basically more or less that. And I now believe that the left is eating itself. And it makes me very sad because I see a lot of people on the right as super crazy. And I'm not a Republican.
Okay.
And I wish that we had
Trump
better options
in 2024, third term, like based on everything you're seeing happen today.
So this is respectfully, you should just go back and watch the Live and Learn. You should watch
Just
my
say yes
Not
or
So
no.
Airy Day
Like,
conversation.
based on everything that's happening today, yes or no.
Listen to my
That's it.
Pisco
Yes or no.
conversation.
Yes or no.
Well, I had a whole conversation about that I wouldn't vote for him moving forward in the future. It's
Okay.
like I don't see the value in asking me to like regret my vote.
No,
or
it's not
take
even
back
about
my vote
regret.
in
It's
a
like,
way
how
that
can
I
you look
can't.
at everything going wrong today and say, well, the
Sure,
Democrats,
and you
for
can-
all the problems they
Here-
have, which I
so
might
Soy
agree with.
Pill, you can just disagree with what we're saying and think that we're ridiculous, and you can maybe you'll win, maybe you're right, or maybe you'll lose again. Maybe you will continue to lose, and
But
we'll
you just
find
said
out.
you wouldn't vote for him again, right? So why are you spending time up here saying like, well, here's what the Democrats need to do, and not, coming out of this platform saying, holy shit, I made a huge mistake. I'm voting for a guy who's dismantling our democracy and subverting all these congressional powers and like doing all these inhumane things with all these illegal immigrants in LA. And I think this is fucking insane, and I want to do something against this. Guys, like, is that what you're going to do? Or are you going to be like, well, this is why I was driven to the Democratic Party,
This is a good idea. Snipill, why don't you just type me out a script? I'll start every conversation that I have with that so that I'm then allowed to speak after that.
Well, why is Wick's face like that? Ew. Just look at him. Ew. Does anyone like feel grossed out just looking at Wick? Ew.
If you could write something down, that would be helpful for me moving forward.
I think you should be like embarrassed for like making this big of a mistake. And the fact that you're like, well,
okay,
like, here's what
But Wick takes clothes off for super chats. Okay, can I donate money to make him put on?
You're proving my point. I think you're proving my point.
Your point being what?
This type of toxicity pushes people away from the left.
That I say like, hey, you should be embarrassed, and I accept that you have now come to the right conclusion that Trump is not a good president.
Jumping into the conversation and saying, why are we listening to somebody like this? Why are we listening to someone who voted Trump give criticism on the left? You mean somebody who spent her entire life on the left?
No, not just someone who. There's a very big difference between saying like, all right, someone who switched
and even vote for Donald Trump.
Okay, hold on.
So
obviously,
curiosity would go really a long way.
Please,
so would charity. No, seriously.
Okay. So first of all, you should go watch all of my videos where I'm incredibly charitable to Trump supporters. First of all, second of all, the reason I'm coming on here mad is not that I'm like, oh, like there's no reason to listen to a Trump supporter, because obviously there is. Like there is an entire swath of people that support this man. No matter how retarded the reasons are, we have to figure out how to switch them over. My question is, why are we having a panel with you coming on and saying, well, here's my advice on what the Democrats need to do?
Okay, hold on. It's because I asked her to be here.
Raise your hand and say, by the way, I'm just a vibe-based voter.
Soy Pill. The reason we're talking to Tali right now is because I asked her to be on. Like the reason anyone is on this panel right now, let's be real, is because I decided to have them on because I was interested in what they had to say.
So,
frankly, okay. But this is a good example. I think this is a good example of what we're talking about, Soy Pill. And this is there is no value
to be fair, Wick, you sweep constantly, okay, for this kind of rhetoric, okay, so fuck you, okay? You think that the left spiting you is like the worst fucking thing to ever happen to you in your life, okay? Like someone, like a literal person can come up to you, okay, and say, I've been raped by my dad, and then you could be like, well, I've been harmed by the left, I've been harmed by the left. The left really did so much to me. But Wick, I was raped by my dad. I was raped by my dad. But the left did so much to me, though.
Asking her to have this kind of like genuflection before giving an opinion. And I understand you might not agree with her opinion or might not think it's valuable, and that's fair, but other people do, and simply coming on to kind of like scold her, I don't think it's helpful.
Oh my god, this constantly, dude, every time he covers Fortali, no! You're not gonna fuck her.
But I want to get other people in the conversation. I know Stardust wants to go. I know Sansol wants to go.
I think taking these people more seriously.
But you don't understand, for the virtual lashings we gave him outweigh the assault. Guys, I just want you guys to let you know, okay? If you're a part of my audience, you are a Wick hater, okay? All right? Supporting me means you hate Wick, all right? You're 100% a Wick hater, okay? My audience has no room for Wick sympathizers, okay? All right? If you sympathize with Wick, get out! Get out now! Okay.
Sure. We'll get to it. Well, you'll get more speaking time, but I want to get Sansol, I want to get Stardust, and I want to get Dev again, and I want to hear their thoughts on that.
I just really quickly want to say, like, I'm sorry, but like so many people vote based on vibes. We can't just like ignore them.
Why are you making me choose which bridge to burn? I don't know, dude. I just hate Wick. Sorry. Okay, you by supporting me, you are supporting a person who hates Wick. Okay?
Yeah,
like,
and we should shame them absolutely into making better decisions. Not ignoring them, by the way, but absolutely not platforming them as this like.
Yes, I am a Wick anti-fan. Yes, I am a Wick snarker.
Well, what do you think we should do? It's like, hey, retard, why don't you actually research what you care about and actually vote based on policy instead of being like, well, Trump.
Off topic, are counterpoints and counterpoints fucking? Why did them so much? No. As far as I'm concerned, counterpoints may or may not have fucked philosophy too, who may or may not raped her, okay?
Hold up a rainbow flag.
If they voted for vibes,
yeah, hold on, no, Soypill, I'm so glad you're right. You are so generous.
I've been talked over so many times. I've been so patient. But if you voted for vibes, if you voted for fucking vibes, then why the fuck would you not vote for someone who is more like Soypill than someone who is more like Nancy Pelosi? Like, if you're voting for vibes, then the vibes that Soypill is giving is closer to the Trumpian stuff than the Nancy Pelosi. No, not to offend you, but it's more aggressive. It's showing strength. It's showing, like, you know, I actually believe it.
Yes! I love how manly Soypill is, okay? He might be soy. His anus may have been graped by Tim Pool, okay? But he is indeed, listen, he may have been raped, okay? He may be a rape victim, but that's okay.
Something I'm not entirely sure.
Interestingly, it feels like it feels like there are a lot of people on the left who are sincerely just incurious. Because
I'm sorry, I literally can't understand a word you're saying. I'm trying. Yeah, sorry. I'm not trying to say shut up, but yeah.
You're just like it's just incurious. I didn't vote for Trump because I like his
Dev, it's because you don't know the meme.
Aggressive bullying demeanor. I've specifically said over and over again, and this is like people who are claiming to have watched what I said, that I have always been averse to Trump, that I was holding my nose to vote for Trump, that I was hoping that it would have been Nikki Haley, that I wish we could have gone back in time to 2016 and it would have been John Kasich, okay? That's how I was feeling in 2024, is that I really wanted to vote against the left, and guess what? It happened to be Trump. And even when Trump became the nominee, I still wasn't fully sold that I was going to vote for him. Yes. So no, it's not the Trump personality that won me over, certainly.
What's your number one Trump policy?
Respectfully, serious.
Oh no! Bro, come on! Bro, come on! Come on, you can't even name a single Trump policy, not even the border stuff? Really? Really? Respectfully, what? Bro!
Honestly, I mean this respectfully.
This is a super easy question. If you voted for it,
if you want to bring me on your show, so you can
I don't want to bring you on my
show.
Fine. I'm only here because you're here to be like, you should go away.
Conversation. Okay.
Here, I'll answer it. Deporting the illegals. Get them the fuck up. Throw them over the border. Throw them over. Launch them over the wall.
Dev, stop being take a side, Dev. Okay, Dev, you really need to go in on somebody. Okay, you can't always be passive all the time. God, you're such a fucking marshmallow. All right, you're like a fucking My Pillow guy pillow.
Oh, with a trebuchet.
If that's your real position, that's like, okay, that's what he promised, and I can't be like, well, you were stupid for doing this.
Take
it's the people that come out and be like, well, I thought he was going to do all this stuff, and I just can't believe he's going in and deporting.
Haha, I'm Dev, and you know what? I'm gonna make jokes so then I can alleviate the tension in the room and to cuck the content. Okay, there is content here to be cucked, and I will cuck the content by trying to calm everyone down. What the fuck? This is great content, Dev. Why the fuck would you cuck the content?
People from their workplaces, and he was fucking holding up signs that said mass deportation. But yeah, if that was your policy, then it's hard for me to be like, well, you were duped or something, or I feel sorry for you for being deceived. Like, no, that's what he said, and you wanted that. That's why I'm asking, is that your number one policy? If that's Dev's, like, you know, as much as I say, fuck you for voting for that, it's still like, well, at least you understood what you were doing.
Dev didn't vote for Trump. Again, you just like came in hot and made all these assumptions that at least half of this panel must have voted for
Dev
Trump
gave
because
a policy.
there was criticism
No, I know
of the
that
left
Star
taking
didn't.
place.
I don't know what Dev
What's
did.
this thing?
I know that you did. You're the only person I know who voted for Trump.
Okay, I do
That
want to
did
hear
not
says
vote
a
for
lot
Trump.
more about
I
you.
did not-
If
Hold
I'm
on.
the only
Just
person
to
that
be
you
clear-
know
Dev.
voted for Trump, that says
No, on
a
this
lot of bad
panel,
things.
idiot. I know a
So
lot of Trump
hold on.
voters.
So just to be clear, I did not vote for Trump. In fact,
Oh, I'm late. Have you been? Yes! I'm mad at you! I am angry at you! How could you do this to me? I feel like I'm going insane every single time I watch you! I feel like I'm losing it right now!
think a 3-hour or 4-hour video on why Trump was absolutely fucking terrible.
Awesome, thanks.
So no, I am in no way a Trump supporter. Like even then, like I actually do. Okay, joking aside,
What do you mean? Oh,
I
not
would like
again.
to see the illegals.
Listen, this is gonna be the dynamic against it. What do you want me to do? Say, oh, wow, Tally, that's just great. Wow, Tally, that's great. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you have these takes. I totally have no issue. I'm gonna put them in such a nice way for you. No, Trump is destroying my country. I'm worried about my own country, dude. Things are fucked up over here. I don't even have that much money. What the
Sent
fuck?
home. I don't like how Trump is
Just a
doing
content
it.
creator.
I don't like how Trump's doing it, but
Things are fucked
sure,
up.
possible. Like I don't like how he's doing it.
Why don't you
Hold on,
like how he's
hold
doing
on.
it?
Soy. Hold on, just a housekeeping thing. Soy, you gotta let people finish their fucking thought. Okay,
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm on
getting really
caffeine. People
frustrating.
have had me.
You know what? Fuck it. You want to debate? Get on. Get on. Okay, I'm in.
Riled up, but go on. Sorry.
Dev,
Wait,
please.
wouldn't it be
How do
economically
my addict-
devastating, like to send every single illegal home?
Okay, we're not
Like,
in
that's-
the immigration debate. We can have another day, right? But
Well,
so-
it would be, but I do have a reason for it, but it's probably outside the scope of this conversation. But yeah, it's not based on economics. It's not based on racism. I genuinely think that you cannot have a functioning sovereign country if you don't control who comes in and who comes out legally. And my reasoning for this goes all the way back to the Treaty of Westphalia in the 1600s.
okay.
You can make policies for stronger borders. Like you can be pro stronger borders without sending every illegal home to
Red flag on the play. We're not doing an immigration debate today. So Dev, though, you mentioned something that I think is.
I think Dev probably agrees with that, Stardust, if he really
You might. But again, we're not here to debate immigration. Dev, you said something that I think was interesting.
Holy shit! This is such a good item. Wait, no, it's not that good.
You'd elaborate on that. When Soy Pill first
I
came
can, but Sansol is literally falling asleep. Shouldn't he have a shot first?
He should have a shot first, but Stardust is going to disrespect him and talk all over him. Because that's what Stardust does. To Sansol specifically only. I've never seen Stardust act like that to anyone but Sansol, but that's weird.
If you have something that's still on this train of thought, I have a different train of thought to go down, so I'll let you guys finish this one. I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
But Dev, you mentioned. Well, you mentioned that Tali was just correct in her assertion here. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I mean, part of that was just me memeing.
Who is this Tally person? I mean, like, dude, if you try hard enough, you can definitely just start appearing, okay? Like, by the way, okay, this is how you get into Wick's orbit, okay? You just have to tell Wick, I understand how you feel. You have to talk like Brianna Wu. Ready? Wick, I understand how you feel, okay? You are such the victim, okay? What you have gone through on Twitter is worse than a rape victim, okay? It is worse than a rape victim. It is worse than a rape victim, okay? I would I hope that all the other rape victims could look up to you, okay? Okay, Wick? Wick? I hope that all the other rape victims can look up to you, alright? As you get raped over and over again on Twitter, alright? By the lefties, okay? These poor Hassan heads. Oh my gosh, you are truly the biggest victim. Dude, I can't even begin to comprehend how much of a victim you are. Holy shit! Holy scheisse! Yeah. That's how. Listen, that's how you get into Wick's orbit. Okay.
To be honest, however, like there is some truth there for sure. Like I think voting for Trump in 2024, especially if you are knowledgeable about his 2020 false elector plot, is completely unconscionable. Like I would vote for a fucking bag of potatoes over Trump.
Why are you shaming Trump supporters right now, dude? You know this is why Trump won, right?
Yes, but I'll still talk to them about it. However.
Yeah, see, Dev, this is what happens when you don't take sides, okay? When you, listen, you're either super pro-Tally or you're super pro-soy pill, okay? Because if you take the centrist position, your ass is so far up that fence post, okay? Your anus gets prolapsed so hard, it expands your butt, okay, into two, and your legs have to, like, go in between the fence posts. It has to, like, fucking, and meanwhile, you're the one going, like, you know what? I'm Dev. I'm an enlightened centrist. Oh my God, my ass! And then you're like, I'm an enlightened centrist. Oh, my ass! Oh! That's the way you act, okay? All right, Dev. This is the way you act on every panel. You think you're this is what you think in your head. I'm a philosopher. Yes, indeed. I am indeed a masterful gambit, Dev. Good job. Self-head pat. Okay? And then but then to everyone else, you're like, oh, no, my anus prolapse. Oh!
Voting for Trump in 2016, I think, is actually a lot more reasonable because there's a different political situation in 2016 versus 2024, and Trump is not the person that he was back then. So I think if someone came to me and said I voted for Trump in 2016, that's a much more reasonable take, in my opinion, than I voted for Trump in 2024.
I don't disagree with you.
Trump got more votes in 2024 than in 2016, correct?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so this just goes back to what I was saying before, which is like people don't need to like this information, but the truth is there are more people motivated to either vote for Trump or to vote against the left now than there were then. This is a growing problem.
Yeah.
The Democrats don't have to choose to focus on it. But it
so here's the thing, right? Like if I was going to sit down and talk to somebody who voted for Trump and then they said, you know what, I don't regret it. Or if they said, you know what, I do actually kind of regret it. And they gave me reasons as to why for both of these things. I don't think I would attach all that much judgment to it necessarily, because what does that actually get me? Like what it seems like, Soy Pill, is that you're just looking to be virtue signaled to. You want somebody to express their remorse at having done a thing that you and I both agree is not a very good thing. And whether they regret it or not, or whether they virtue signal at you or not, doesn't actually matter, because they can just lie to you. Like Tally, if Tally wants to, she can right now completely kneel at your feet and apologize and not mean a single bit of it.
I don't care about people groveling towards me. That means very little, although it is funny. What I care about is that the person who we're listening to as to what should we do next is a person who is self-admittedly is going to vote based on vibes. You raised your hand when someone mentioned that. And someone who has done the dumbest thing ever, which is vote for Trump after his first term, after the elector scheme. And now seeing everything that's happening now, we're going to look at that and say like, hey, this is all terrible and I'm partly to blame because I voted for him. But you know what? Let's take me as the authority, and I'm going to speak as like an authority here, and not like, guys, I'm really sorry about this, but like, hey, this is why I did this. I'm like, this is how we can correct it, and this is how I was shifted back this way.
Range melee alternating Huntress. I think this is Huntress. Yeah, I think it's Huntress. Okay, before I had like a fucking witch or some shit. Okay.
Like other than that, it's like it's absolutely ridiculous.
Listen, I did a really unconventional build. For is that a golden ring based? But like I did a really unconventional build for witch. I did a melee build for witch. Okay, don't judge me. Okay, I did a melee build for witch. Okay, it's listen. I'm just built different. Okay.
Well, hold on. So okay, I completely agree with everything you just said. Now, do you want Tally to vote for the left or the right in 2026 and 2028?
Well, obviously, I think she should vote for the left.
Special ones.
Yes. So perhaps listening to her a little bit and having a little bit of charitability is probably a good thing.
Why? She's doing everything I wanted to do. Now she can just stop talking.
Okay.
So now if I were in her position, now I'd vote for the right out of spite. Because
and that would be my point, is like, if someone's going to switch votes because some guy came in and yelled at them, they're fucking retarded and we shouldn't take them seriously. And it's like, oh no, we've scolded them too long. Oh, is that your wife? Hi.
It is my wife, and she voted Trump too, guys. Don't cancel.
Oh no! Okay, all right. There is no forgiving this. This transgression cannot be forgiven. Okay, all right. Tarnish with thy smoldering flame.
Hey, oh my god, the lesbians are voting Trump, guys. We got rid of the lesbians now. I guess. Shit.
Yeah.
Guys, we found it. Okay, the only lesbian couple that doesn't abuse each other, dude. It's fucking over. Okay, it's fucking over. All right.
Okay.
It's the interracial lesbians voting Trump. Everything's really fucked, guys. Maybe you should take a look at what's going on the left.
Yeah, that you guys are like too stupid to understand that Obergefell is being considered to be repealed. Like, do you ever worry about that?
I
do want to give Sansel a chance at some point. Right.
Yeah, just real quick, Soypel. This is
maybe the point is that people just literally don't have principles. Maybe that's the point. If people voted out of spite, maybe that is like the problem, isn't it? Like, fuck me, dude. Dev, it's not like that's a good thing. You're treating that as if that's a good thing. That's not a good thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? What? No one has any kind of principles? Okay. It's fine, okay. Alright, I'm at peace, okay? I'm calm.
And Sansel, accept the request that I just sent you. Just accept it and come in.
Just real quick.
Where?
Also, Dev, why does people always put you on the pedestal, okay? You're just like some dude to me. All right, well, why does everyone worship the feet in which you tread on? What the fuck? You're like some random shitter in Discord to me. I just don't get it. I don't understand it.
You can call them retarded, and maybe they even are retarded, but they still have votes, and it doesn't go away.
Right. Okay, so here's the thing, Dev, listen to me. If I'm just saying go away, that's useless, right? But if I'm saying, hey, retard, the people that you voted for are going to try to get your marriage license revoked, and you should understand that, and they still are going to vote for Trump, then they're a lost cause, and they need to disappear, and don't platform them because they're fucking useless.
You're such a mean friend. Yeah, I've told you multiple times, if you don't like my sense of humor, we can stop being friends and burn the bridge, okay? But yet you still stay around. Do you know why? Because your kink is trans woman fucking, shaming you, all right? That's what your kink is, all right? Because I've told you time and time again, hey, if you don't like the videos that I make on you criticizing you, we can stop being friends, okay? However, you will miss out on the honesty that I give you, okay? My honest thoughts on you, so you know what? Take it as you will, okay?
Okay. Now, if you're going to say, whoops, I accidentally voted for the people that are going to try to overturn Obergefell, who have ostensibly said, hey, we're giving this to the Supreme Court. It's already coming out of Iowa. I really don't like the fact that my marriage license is going to be revoked, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to go tell all my gays about it. Cool. Awesome. Let's bring them up here and spread the word about how you fucked up. Otherwise, go the fuck away.
Here's a problem with that.
And this is what I mean about you wanting to be virtue signaled too, because that's all virtue signaling.
That's not virtue signaling. That's spreading message about a real policy that's going to happen based on the vote.
Oh my god.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta get something out, and then we're gonna go to Sansel. I'm just gonna say this, and then we're gonna go directly to Sansel. I want to make sure, right? If we want to win people back, we have to talk to the people that we lost. Tali is one of those people that we lost.
No, actually, Tali said...
But she doesn't even regret it! What is the point? We could just be talking to some, Trump, to a Trump supporter who regretted it. Invite on Richard Hanania. What is the point here? I don't get it.
Said she would vote for a Democrat next, so we don't have to talk to her anymore.
Sansel, go ahead, please.
Just invite on Richard Hanania. Fuck.
I want to say, up front, the questions I was going to ask here, my style is a little less aggressive than Soy Pills, but his sentiment is the same. I share the same sentiment. Here's my question. You talked a lot about at the beginning. This is what triggered me about how people get bullied, and I know it's not like I get bullied and therefore I have to become a Nazi. You guys referenced that, but what do you think is the typical?
Bro, this explains Wick so much, doesn't it? Dude, Wick is literally like this. I got bullied online, and that's what made me turn into it. Dude, how could this? He'd be like, man, this is like virtual military service. Oh my god, I hate Wick.
Cool reason why people voted for Trump. Do you think that it is typical for people to be bullied into voting for Trump, or do you think that it is typical for someone to vote for Trump for another reason?
Which year are you talking about?
I assumed that you guys were talking about 2024 when you guys were talking about this. 2016, I feel like probably didn't have the same vibes to it.
I think the bullying was more of a factor in 2016 than 2024. I think in 2024, if unaligned people started shifting rightward, it's because they ended up falling for the media line that there was.
I don't know. I resent it, but I'm out here voicing my displeasure with almost everything the administration has done. Well, sure, but I guess I guess it would be like this. If you voice your displeasure with everything the administration has done, is that enough for you to regret the vote? If you do regret the vote, then do you promise to vote? Would you advocate for people to vote Democrat next time? Because the thing is that if you truly dislike everything the administration has done, why would you not advocate people to vote Democrat next time, right?
There was lawfare happening against Trump, and that's why I believe that Biden should have been a lot stronger on going after Trump after 2020 legally.
So if that's the case, then why do we spend so much time on how mean the left is, and how if it was more about
Right. The problem here is that because it affects them personally, you take what affects you personally as something that is greater than people that you don't know personally, lives being affected, if that makes sense, right? Because I think people are naturally biased to what affects them on a personal basis. So when it comes to policies that affect a large amount of people whose faces that you don't recognize, whose people who you do not know or something like that, it's really hard for you to place that above yourself. Right? Because people are just naturally selfish in this way. And that is also part of the problem. Learning to differentiate that is a strength, not a weakness, okay? Learning to not be a crybaby or a victim is a strength, not a weakness, okay? Learning to have principles in which you can vote based off of your principles and actually learn the facts of the matter and not just vote based on vibes or who raped you last is a strength, not a weakness, right?
The ineffectual nature of the Democrats, or what they should have done, or what they did do or didn't do, then why did
I thought the right was where the elite human capital was moving. I'm now just sufficiently turned off. I don't know why my very repentance helps. I live in a very blue state. Look, listen, I'm not saying that you should grob. I don't think I would be as extreme as Soy Pill. On a serious note, I don't think you should be extreme as Soy Pill. But at the same time, it's fuck. I don't know. Okay, do you catch up on anything? Have you looked at the Michigan electors? Have you looked at the Michigan elector scheme? Has Wick ever brought that up? If you do you know about how the Proud Boys orchestrated January 6th? Fuck, it's just so much more extreme. It's just fuck. It's just not even comparable. These people are evil. They're evil people. They're actually evil.
I disagree slightly with Dev's take here. I think that in 2024, I think it was still a fact. I think it was a significant factor. I won't say it's a main factor. I wouldn't say most MAGA people voted this way because of this. But there is quite a bit of people that I know who either stayed home or voted for Trump as a protest vote.
I'll tell you what the feeling is like, okay? The feeling is kind of like this, okay? The feeling is okay, you're doing a group project, okay? The panic feels like this, okay? Because I know that, listen, Tally, maybe you have a lot of money, okay? So you don't have to worry about this. And Dev, you live in Canada, so you don't have to worry about this, okay? So naturally, that comes down to me, the only American who is worried about this, okay? So, I have a bit of room to speak here, okay? But I'm just saying, okay, here's what I'm saying, okay? Let's just say you're in college, you're working on a group project. It's like that one person who really needs to do their role and they're not doing their role, okay? They're not putting any work in, but they want to claim all the credit. That's kind of what it feels like. That's the problem. That's the problem with this centrist kind of dialogue. It feels like there's this one person who is working on the group project, and there's this panic that you feel a day before the project is due date is here. That's what the panic feels like. That's what the urgency feels like. So yeah, I can actually kind of understand why Soy Pill is being so soy. That's kind of understandable. I don't have a lot of money. Okay. All right, then, okay. Forgive me if I say this. You are retarded. You are mentally retarded. Okay. retarded in an endearing way, okay? But you are retarded, okay?
Because of what they saw as the excesses of the left, of how they were treated personally.
I am biased towards my viewers, okay?
Because
fuck it.
Of course.
I have to
again,
let back a little bit.
I don't understand how people don't understand this.
No, because
if people are shitty,
we understand this
as well.
The assumption is part of the problem. You guys have a caricature of who could possibly vote the way I did. That's fine, okay? But the thing is that's not even the case. They're all the same. Tally, you think you're unique. You're not.
Hold on. Let me finish it. If people are shitty to you, if people continually shit on you, you're gonna vote against them. Even if
Wick,
what
is the typical reason why? Why are we spending so much time on that when the reasons that people are voting
because
for
this is a
Trump
fixable problem in a way that other issues are not. This is a fixable problem in a way that other issues are not. It's low
our messaging on the
no. Okay. You know what else is a problem here? Another problem with this, and I don't think people have room to talk about this just yet. Okay. Is this, okay? And I'm going to put this, okay, just listen to me for just a second, okay? I'm going to put this in the best faith way I could, okay? So listen. Part of the reason why the left has been losing